Grace, you had 22 points in the first half. What did you see on the floor that defensively from LMU that allowed you to get to the rim?
Yeah, I think our spacing was really good, and just as a team, we were setting really good ball screens and just penetrating more than anything.
And Olivia, real timely three there in overtime. What, just confidence-wise in a situation like that, how does it feel to see that one go in?
Yeah, obviously it felt good. Grace had a great pass. Yeah, I don't know. Just try to stay ready after I got my other three blocked and stuff, just mentally knowing I can hit the next one.
And then they switched to a zone there in the second half. Seemed like it took a little bit of adjusting to that. What was your coach's advice kind of to get through to that zone?
We kind of just talked about it. We were getting great looks still, just wasn't finishing. And that's on us to just be mentally ready when defenses change.
And then looking towards Nebraska on Saturday, how do you guys plan to bounce back?
Take it one game at a time, so we haven't prepped for them or anything yet. But going into practice tomorrow, ready to go, full-minded, and just let this one go. Don't forget about it necessarily, but put it aside and just let that gear us for the next game.
Yeah.
Well, that was a tough finish again. In the first three games, our second overtime game, very similar, unfortunately, to the last game we played, where felt like we had a really comfortable lead at halftime, and then go into the third quarter, and they made a really good run at us, and really started to attack the paint, and got some second chance opportunities, and scored on us a couple times in transition, and it just seemed to unravel a little bit on us there in the third and into the fourth. And then they had a couple players that really made some plays down the stretch. Evans, she's kind of a gamer in that way, really likes to be in those moments where she can make those big time shots. So I feel like at the end of the day, we had a couple of possessions where defensive rebounding is something that we've got to continue to work on and clean up.
Yeah, Grace had 22 points in the first half. What was working well for you guys as a team offensively?
Yeah, they didn't really have an answer for the high ball screen. That's really all it was a high ball screen, and they tried to get through it. They tried to switch it, and neither were really effective in keeping Grace in front, and she was able to kind of get to the rim whenever. And then second half they made the adjustment and went to the zone. The zone didn't surprise us. We were ready for it. We knew that they might use it. And that slowed Grace down a little bit in the sense of she wasn't getting shots the same way. I still thought she got some good quality shots in the second half. We had a stretch there, I think, in the third where it wasn't just Grace, but I think we had 5 kind of shots at the rim that didn't go in a row. 5 in a row that we missed around the rim. And I really felt like that was a stretch where they made a good run.
Yeah, you mentioned back-to-back games now where good first half, a little slower second half. What's going to take to get over that hump?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's necessarily what part of the game in particular. I think a couple of things. Like I said, I don't think we got different shots in the third quarter as we did necessarily in the first half. We didn't make those shots, and we did make them in the first half. I don't think we missed very many, if many at all, shots at the rim in the first half. So, I think maybe a little bit of, when team gets a little bit more fatigued later in the game, just being able to execute and continue to do the right things. I thought we did a great job on the defensive boards in the first half. Only gave up 2 offensive rebounds, like I said. But in the second half, they finished with 9. But the problem was that they had 11 points off those second chances, and I believe all 11 of those came in that second half.
And obviously, I know you guys take it one game at a time, but how do you guys plan to bounce back before you're facing Nebraska on Saturday?
Oh, this is a team that we've talked a lot about, we're trying to get better every game. And, these have been some tough losses. And this is a group that, I think they're tough enough and resilient enough to not let, some tough losses dictate what happens next. So, we'll regroup. We'll, do the only thing you can do, which is think about what's next. And we'll take a look at the film and learn and grow from it. And obviously we don't have an easy opponent next. We've got Nebraska on Saturday, so it'll be a quick turnaround. But I think this team will keep plugging away and continuing to get better.